For day 23 of the 30 Minutes a Day project, I'm doing a couple of things. There's been 3 or 4 days so far in the project where I've put in about an hour rather than the 30 minutes. And I want to suggest that this is a great idea because last night I stayed up until 6 a.m. Doing blogging on some of my other projects, and had a 2 o'clock appointment for my business. It was an appointment with an interesting financier who builds risk models for different banks, and so we spent a good hour together off the clock talking about well-being and different aspects of well-being in New Zealand, in Denmark, and in the United States, as well as Britain, and just comparing notes and having a few chuckles about that. But one of the reasons that I've been talking with him, both when in our first phone call, when he hired me to do some construction work, I talked with him for about 5 minutes or so then, about this paradigm of scientific well-being, is because people with a lot of money are in a better position to apply that money in a paradigm of scientific well-being. I was talking with him about the app idea, and one of the things that I'd really like to see happen is, I just had a Coke float with a little bit of burping energy with my favorite organic vanilla chip ice cream. So one of the things I'm looking at with this well-being app, which is still in limbo, meaning it's sitting on in my inbox in draft form, with the app developer waiting to finalize it. And I was listening to a TED Talk recently that talked about some of the highest achievers of being medium procrastinators. They didn't procrastinate to such an extent that they didn't get anything done, but they procrastinated enough that they did a lot of their ideas at the last minute. And so, that being as it is, I'm enjoying procrastinating this app design. But here's a couple of directions it could take. One is in national surveys and or global surveys about well-being, to just get more data samplings from more people who want to participate in sharing anonymous data that will help us understand what's going on and what we need to do. I think that's a really big deal, so I'm simmering with it, and that's all I'll say for the time being. Then some brief follow-up with my assistant and mulling about these things in the background. Today is not a specific structured day with the program. So that's all for day 23, and I'll see you tomorrow.